Let's see how profile customization helps Contoso, which is a large IT giant. Let's look at this from the perspective of Charlotte, who is working in the consumer support team of Contoso. It's late at night, and there is a severe T1 data loss issue for one of their customers, which is Fabricam. She gets a mail to update the status on the issue as soon as possible. So Charlotte wants to contact the POC for the area, who is Andy, urgently through his phone. She clicks on Andy's profile card right in context to get his phone number, but finds that it's not available. Hence, the delay in resolving the issue resulted in customer dissatisfaction and loss for Contoso's business. Let's look at how Andrews, who is an IT admin for Contoso, can help solve these problems. Contoso's IT admin Andrews knows that everyone's profile information like their business phone, their department, and job title are maintained in Contoso's HRM system, which is SuccessFactors. So Andrews wants to enrich the user profiles in Microsoft 365 so that this enriched SuccessFactor data is readily available in people experiences within Microsoft 365. So as a first step, Andrews configures a graph connector that securely ingests the profile data from SuccessFactors into the Microsoft ecosystem. Then Andrews goes to Microsoft 365 Admin Center to enrich the profile schema with this ingested data. Inside the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, in Search and Intelligence and under Customizations, you can see that you can enrich the profile schema. So what you see over here is the rich Microsoft profile schema, which is used for storing profile data of a user in a tenant. It's an entity-based model which provides a wide range of entities you can enrich, like the accounts collection, the phones collection, the emails collection. It could be the skills, the education, the interests, projects, and many more. These entities are surfaced in shared people experiences across Microsoft 365, including the profile cards. So for this scenario, Andrews wants to bring in the work phone from SuccessFactors. So he goes to the profile collection and finds what are the different data sources that already power this particular collection. So he sees that Azure AD is already hydrating this data source. You can choose to edit and find what are the other data sources you can use to enrich the phone collection. He sees a list of the graph connectors that were configured in the earlier step. Since in this scenario we are only focusing on SuccessFactor, you can go ahead and put the SAP SuccessFactor connector. But this model would work for any graph connector that brings in profile data from HRMS systems like Workday, ServiceNow, or Oracle HCM, etc. So for this scenario, Andrew chooses the SAP SuccessFactor data source, clicks on Next, and in this step, Andrew does a basic mapping between how the profile schema and how the profile properties are related to the function properties selected. So for example, Andrews would say that nickname from SuccessFactors is mapped to display name in the profile, and phone type from SuccessFactors is mapped to the number type in the Microsoft 365 profile. Similarly, you can continue this for whatever property that he cares about. And once he enriches all the properties that he wants, he will have a quick look at whether these properties are turned on or turned off to be displayed in the profile card. Now, phone numbers is by default displayed on the profile card and it can't be turned off. But some other properties like the alias, the business phones, the UPN be turned on or off to be displayed on the profile card. Once Andrews is satisfied with the mapping, he can give a quick preview to see if the mapping he has done is right. If there are no errors in the mapping, Andrews clicks on Next, has a quick review of the data sources and the properties that he has enriched, and clicks on Finish. Now, as you can see, the phones collection is enriched with SAP SuccessFactor data along with Azure AD.
So not just phones collection, Andros can configure the other collections or entities in the Microsoft 365 profile schema to enrich properties like job title, department, phone numbers, emails, and aliases. Now let's look at how enriching these properties would affect the profile card for Charlotte.
Now, if Charlotte will go to Andy's profile card, she will find work phone details pulled in from SuccessFactors. And not just work phone details, she finds all the other rich information like job title, the department, the business address, and also the alias for Andy, which helps Charlotte contextualize him better in her conversations.